President Muhammadu Buhari mourns Queen Elizabeth II. Department of State Service recovers military equipment and large sums of foreign currencies from Malam Tukru Mahmoud's residence. Africa Development Bank to provide $12.5 billion for Africa Adaptation Program. Ogun State House of Assembly mace disappears in a bid to impeach the embattled speaker. On the foreign scene, Commonwealth doctors mourn death of Queen Elizabeth II. And in sports, Real Sociedad stun Man United at Old Trafford. I am Christine Telfer. Now the news in full. President Muhammadu Buhari has expressed his condolence to England's royal family at the demise of Queen Elizabeth II. The president said this in a condolence message issued by his media spokesman, Malam Garba Shehu. Citing her immeasurable contribution to Nigeria, President Buhari said Nigeria's story would be incomplete without a chapter to the late Queen. He prayed King Charles III to continue the robust relations between the two nations. The Department of State Services has discovered military equipment and large sums of foreign currencies at the Kaduna residence of Malam Tukru Mahmoud. Mahmoud is the publisher of Desert Herald and a negotiator for the Abuja-Kaduna train victims. His residence in Kaduna was raided by the DSS after he was repatriated from Egypt. The DSS spokesperson, Mr. Peter Afunaya, listed items found at Mahmoud's residence as military equipment, financial transaction instruments, and large amounts of money in different currencies. He added that Mahmoud would soon be charged to court. The president of the African Development Bank Group, Dr. Akinwumi Adesina, says the bank will provide $12.5 billion to support the Africa Adaptation Acceleration Program. The African Adaptation Acceleration Program is supported by African heads of state to mobilize more resources for climate change and African Adaptation Initiative. Speaking at the recently concluded Climate Summit in Rotterdam, Mr. Adesina said Africa does not contribute more than 3% of global greenhouse gases emissions, but suffers disproportionate negative consequences. Members of the Ogun State House of Assembly have suspended their legislative activities following the sudden disappearance of the Assembly mace. The mace is said to have been stolen to prevent the lawmakers from achieving their aims of impeaching the embattled speaker, Mr. Olakunle Oluomo. Mr. Oluomo is currently standing trial at the Federal High Court in Lagos for allegations of corruption, forgery, and financial impropriety. The governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Mr. Godwin Emefiele, the president of African Export-Import Bank, Professor Benedict Orama, and others are under investigation over a $300 million transaction to a Nigerian bank. Sources say that the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, the Department of State Services, the Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offenses Commission, and the Nigerian Financial Intelligence Unit are involved in this investigation. The anti-graft agencies are investigating the $300 million transaction perceived to be misappropriation and diversion of fund. On the foreign scene, Commonwealth Medical Association has expressed sadness over the demise of the head of the Commonwealth, Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II. In a statement signed by the group's president, Dr. Osahon Enabulele, he said the CMA shares the deep sense of loss of the royal family, the people of the Commonwealth, and indeed citizens of the world over the loss. Now to sports. Manchester United fell to a 1-0 defeat at the hands of Real Sociedad in the opening round of their Europa League campaign. United coach made changes at the match but could not salvage their recent 4-match winning streak. That sports story brings us to the end of the news. Remember to subscribe to this channel and follow us on all our social media platforms. I am Christine Telfer. Do have a good day.